Well, here we are with great little trains. There's one of them, in which we take a gentle look back in time at the long-lost days of steam railways. Well, not so long-lost, actually, if you'll follow me. Incidentally, when I asked them for a mode of transport commensurate with my stature and talent, and this is what they came up with. Hi-ho, silver. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like to be on the footplate of a great steam locomotive? I have when I was at school, dark nights under the bedclothes, imagining that I was shoveling half a ton of nutty slack into the hungry firebox of the Torbay Express as it roared westward. Oh, memories. So here we are, in the land of the Great Western Railway, South Devon. Oh! Where are we? Ah, yes. Buckfastleigh, or Buckfastleigh as it's known more properly locally, on the old South Devon Railway. Buckfastleigh to Totnes by way of Staverton. And they say it's one of the most attractive steam railways in the West Country. So now you know. Ah, good day to you. One Pullman ticket to Totnes, please. Hang the expense has always been my motto, particularly if you're not paying.
Here you are, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This used to be called the Buckfastleigh and Totnes and South Devon Railway, proving the point that the longer the name, the shorter the railway line. Still, it is jolly good value. For this, you get 25 minutes of glorious Devon countryside. The man who put the great into Great Western Railway was its great-great-grandfather, well, its great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. You can't have too many greats, but Isambard Kingdom Brunel, the great engineer, he built the Great Western Railway. He built Paddington Station, he built the Tamar Bridge, you name it, he built it. He was the great engineer. And he wrote in 1840, "It seemed to me that the whole machine was too small for the work to be done, and that it required the parts to be on a scale more commensurate with the mass and velocity to be attained." How about that? The mass and velocity to be attained. That's a railwayman speaking. Ah, yes. What do they say? Nostalgia's not what it's cracked up to be. Well, they haven't travelled on the Buckfastleigh, Totnes and South Devon Railway besides the River Dart, watching the salmon leaping upstream. It must be the romantic in me. Is it the engine shrouded in steam, hissing and puffing impatiently? Is it the way that cows and sheep look arrogantly up as we thunder through their field? Is it the gentle, meandering nature of these lines? I tell you what, it's certainly not the coffee. Yeah, listen to this. At the reopening ceremony of the Dark Valley Railway in 1969, the guest speaker was one Lord Beeching. Do you remember him? A name akin to Hannibal Lecter's in the years of most railway lovers throughout the land. He apparently said that had he not closed the line in 1959, then he could not have reopened it. Boom, boom. That's what I call comedy timing. And stirred it. Look at that. What more glorious sight could there be to a young, impressionable lad of 13? I'm forced to confess that the young Rushton fell in love for the first time, looking over a parapet at the 832 from Euston to Lime Street. Automation is an alien science in these parts. Forget your Silicon Valley, this is the Dark Valley. Down here in South Devon, someone gets his hands dirty. The local vicar, in this case. Morning, Rev. Ah, Stoverton. It said they do rather a fine old chocolate machine here. Stomach rumbles. Ah! Luckily, I have the necessary old penny. 1D. It's got to be past its sell-by date. Yes, look at that. 1910. Ooh. Hello. Oh, mustache. Got to meet two rather important people on the train. Hello, Shakespeare. The Dart Valley, nestling as it does in the foothills of Dartmoor, it's got to be the steam utopia, the railway buff's version of the Stretford end, I suppose. The line was designed by Brunel in 1848 at an estimated cost of around 100,000 quid. Not bad for giving nearly 150 years of pleasure to millions of railway lovers throughout the world. Value for money in any man's language. You can't beat it. The River Dart rolling by, a nice, comfortable seat, and the company of lunatics, quite frankly. And here we have Mr. Richard Elliott, who, he has it all, really. I mean, he certainly has his own railway. This man actually gave up being assistant bank manager of a high street bank for this. Clearly mad. And with him, Mr. Bill Wright, the commercial manager of the South Devon Railway, who I understand lives in a railwayman's hut when he comes to live down here. Quite clearly, we're in trouble here. Is it true to say, gentlemen, you are actually both 8 carriages short of a train, quite frankly? I'd have to give up a good life for this.
We don't think so, do we, Bill?
My friends may think so when I leave to go and play trains from Watford. They're very suspicious. It's another world, they say.
How long have you actually been doing this, associated with the line?
30 years now.
Yeah.
I came here first in 1965 to help out on the track work that we were doing at the time to try and get the line resurrected. And I've done all sorts of things since then. I've been signalman, guard, ticket inspector. Never actually been a driver or a fireman on the line, but never mind.
And you were at the bank all this time, were you? I mean,
yes,
yeah.
I was working for a bank. And
then what happened? When did you become a big cheese?
In 1991, I handed in my notice to the bank one day and came down here as general manager.
Is that roughly your story? Have you given it all away?
Oh, well, I first met the railway in probably 1935 in my little short white socks coming up on a charabanc trip from Torquay. And it's just been woven into my life ever since. I couldn't escape. It reached out for me.
This next question may be slightly embarrassing. You are allowed to lie, and it may involve trouble at the bank. But does this line actually pay for itself?
Only with the help of volunteers. We've got a very strong volunteer association, and we have about 250 people helping with the operation of the line in one way or the other. And we've only got 7 full-time staff. So if it weren't for the volunteer side, no, it wouldn't pay its way. But as it is, we make a small surplus every year, 35,000 in 1994, and we plough it all back into the infrastructure of the railway and the restoration of all the carriages and engines.
So that's basically why, Bill, why you can do it and British Rail can't, really. It's the volunteer force.
It's the unpaid labour.
I've advertised you as being the most attractive railway in the West Country. What else do you have? This is time for a free plug. What else do you have to offer the customers?
Well, we like to think we're heading towards a museum on wheels. You're sitting in a 1932 coach used to carry passengers to and from Plymouth, from the ocean liners docking there, and it was the Great Western's answer to Pullman coaches. So you're sitting in history.
And you can be married in here, I gather.
I should think so, yes. Yes,
you
we certainly
parties?
celebrate weddings with parties in here. The new laws, maybe we can actually marry you.
Talking of history on wheels, I'm wondering if I might make a little. Is there any possible chance that I could get onto the footplate? I mean, this would make an old man very happy.
Certainly will, if you. Only too delighted. If you'd like to come down to the engine with me, we'll bail you on board.
A lifetime's ambition realised. Oh, look at those cows. They're beautiful. This is terrific. This is all my dreams come true. This is much, much better than anything that ever happened under the bedclothes. What he's doing now is stoking the Dutchman. Not Beckers and Bard never had to go to Dutchman. Is it terrific? Can I pull the whistle?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, she's wonderful. God knows what he's doing to the Dutchman now.